It's AJ Fraser from the Center for Teaching and Learning. In this video, I just want to give you a little introduction to Microsoft Teams. This isn't an in-depth walkthrough, but just to show you how you can get into Microsoft Teams and how you can start using it both with classmates, with your instructors, and really anybody in your CBU learning environment. So up in the top right-hand corner of the CBU.ca website, we have this login button. And if we click that, this pop-up comes. So we've got these two columns, employees and students. And under the students, we see Office 365 email. This is just one of the ways that you can get to your Office 365 material. But it's this is the kind of the more straightforward way. So in here, you're actually going to put in your CBU student ID. Now, I work at CBU, but I also am a student. So I'm going to put in my student ID, and I'm going to put in my password. And that is going to sign me in to Microsoft Office 365. The first thing you'll see is your Outlook, because that's the app that it's being directed to. But you can access all of your Microsoft Office 365 apps by up in the top left-hand corner. We've got this waffle icon. If we click it, we'll see that this is the app tray. So these are the apps that are available to you as a student of CBU. Right over here, we see Teams, but you'll commonly use things like Word, OneDrive, Excel, and then some fun stuff like OneNote. So we're going to click on Teams. And that is going to start initializing the Microsoft Teams app in your browser. And you're going to come to this page, and it's going to say, download the Teams desktop app and stay better connected. I would actually suggest that you download the app. Right now, I'm on a Mac computer, so I'm going to get the Mac app. You're going to see a Windows version or something of the like, but I'm actually going to just say use the web app instead. So in the web app, you're going to see a list of teams that you're a part of. These are some other tutorials I've used before, and then this is the one that I actually use for my own personal management. You can turn on desktop notifications if you're going to be using it in your browser. I'll just dismiss those for now. This is the list of the teams that you're a part of, and it's also the place where you can create teams. So up in the top right corner here, we see the join or create team. And some of your classes, they're going to have teams already created, and they're going to give you a join code. And that's where you would put in this join code to click join team. You can also click create team, and we can just say test team. Why not? This is a tutorial test team. You can make it private, or you can make it public, so anyone in the organization can join it, or private only team members can add other members. By default, it's private, and that's kind of the most common one. That way, only people that you really want to have in your team are going to be in there. But if you have something that's maybe CBU-wide, you could try that public option. So under the private, I'm going to click next, and I'm going to give I can add members to the team. So right now, maybe I'll add. This is my work account. So I'm going to click that one and click add, and I'm going to click close, and I'm brought into this team. So as a student, the teams that I'm able to make are these sort of general teams. Right here, as soon as we make the team, we can see that we're brought into the general channel. This is a chat app, and it's very similar to Discord, if you've ever used Discord, or the other one that's really popular for businesses and stuff is called Slack. So Microsoft Teams is sort of the answer to that. Chat apps works very similar to WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or something of the like. You can type in messages here. Hey, everyone. And everybody will see that. You can add in enriched text, almost like it's its own document. You can click this little paperclip icon and upload files from your computer or from your OneDrive app. You can add in emojis. Oh, I'll actually just discard this. I'll add in an emoji. Click send. I can add in GIFs. I can put in anything. It's Juneteenth today, so we're going to put that in. We can click on this. So there's little kind of stickers and stuff here. And we can start a video chat. Now I'm going to get into that in 1 second because this is the feature that you're probably going to be using the most. And there's lots of other things that you can do. Up in the top here, for the general channel, we see different tabs. Here's a Files tab. You can upload files here, and they're going to be shared with all of your team members, and you can create new files. If you click this new button, you can actually use Word or Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, any of those Office 365 apps. You can start a new file right in the team here. If you upload them, you can upload files or you can upload folders. It's pretty cool. Another great thing is if I were to upload a file here, I'll just show you. I'm going to upload a file, and I'll just use this sample document here. Oh, I don't know if that worked. Open. Great. We're going to see that it's loading up here. And once it's done, I click send. I've just sort of pasted that document into the general channel, but a cool thing happens. It also puts it into this file section. So you can kind of share documents in real time with anybody who's in your team, and it'll keep a record up there. You can also have this plus button where you can add other apps, all of these other apps, which are great for project management, for communication, for fun. You can add them right into your team. So over on this left-hand side is sort of this is the channels panel, and also where you can manage your team. You can add people, you can add new channels. If I add a channel here, test channel, I can make it private. And if there's a bunch of people in the team, only the people that are added to that channel, like AJ, are able to see it. So now I can see that there's this little lock button on this test channel. So that's kind of the gist of how to kind of manage a team. They're pretty great. Up here on this left-hand tab bar, we have an activity section. This shows all of the activity that's happening for you on Teams. We've got this private chat one. Here's a chat actually I've got with myself and Terry, who's my colleague in the Center for Teaching and Learning, and we message back and forth. And this is one that I just have with the Center for Teaching and Learning account. But you can have private chats one-on-one with students and with your faculty members. To start a chat, you would click this button right here, New Chat, and you can start entering in a name. So I'm going to enter in my friend Herbie, who works at CBU, and I could click on Herbie and start typing in a new chat with just Herbie. If I want to add any other people, like my friend Tanya Andrews, I'm going to start typing in Tanya, and Tanya Andrews is going to come up there, and I can click on her, and she would be a part of this chat with Herbie and I, all three of us. So that's one way you can kind of start chats there. Assignments here, I wouldn't quite worry about it. Calendar. This calendar that's in Teams is actually the same calendar that's in your Outlook calendar. So if you have events in your Outlook, they will show up here, and vice versa. If you create events in here, they'll show up in your Outlook. To create an event, up in the top corner, you can click New Meeting, and you can just put on all of this information. In fact, you can even paste it to a specific channel. So if I want to say test team in general, I'm going to say test event, and that's going to happen at 4 p.m. Great. And I'm going to require AJ to be there, and I'm going to click send. Now that event should show up whenever it is, whenever it's ready. Great. So we see it here in the test event. It's ready to go. I think I accidentally put it for 4 a.m. Not a big deal. And we can see it there. Now, by clicking on the event, I can actually join into the meeting. Oh, Click on it. You can see join, and that's going to take me into the meeting. So right now, I'm going to click join, and we can see, all right, because this is a different, Teams isn't supported in Firefox. You always want to use Chrome. We can't actually see the video chat there. So I'm just going to show you quickly what it looks like, what a video event would look like. So I'm going to open this up, and this is my own work one. So 5 p.m. Test event. This is what the app looks like on a Mac, actually. So this is Teams under my work account. Test event. 4:30 p.m. Make sure you don't get that wrong. I'm going to say required attendees, Andrew Fraser. That was that student account I was talking about. And I'm going to click send. And now you can see that there's this join button. So when you have meetings, meetings set from Teams at specific times, you'll get these join button. So I'm going to click join. And you're going to see that my video turns on. I could turn my video off if I'm going to go into the meeting. I could turn my mic off. It's really good etiquette to turn your mic or your video camera off when you're joining in. And I'm just going to click join. Great. Now I unmute. I can mute. This is the task bar here for video chats. You can turn your camera on and off. You can mute. You can share your screen. You can share your screen if you're a presenter. You can look at your device settings and do all this sort of stuff. Raise your hand. That's a great one. I'll actually show you how to do that. And then there is this tray that comes out on the right-hand side. Your show conversation. So every meeting has a conversation attached to it. You can say, hi, everyone. And that's going to come up there. And you can see because I was a part of that meeting, I'm getting a notification that I sent a message. And all the stuff that you could do, all the ways that you can message in a team, you can also do in this chat. Now, right beside the chat, we also see the Show Participants button. If I click Show Participants button, that's going to show everybody who's invited to the meeting and everybody who's currently in the meeting. If you are starting an event yourself, you have control over it. You can change meeting options. You can download the attendance. You can create a link and send it to somebody and they can join it. And you can also just start typing in somebody like my friend Herbie, and I could invite him to this message now. So these video chats are very powerful. Remember, try not to speak over people as much as possible. Keep your mic muted until you're ready to speak. And turn your video off if you got more than 5 to 6 people in a video chat just because of bandwidth issues. And here's where this raise your hand comes into play. So if you're muted and you want to speak, oftentimes you can click that button and you can raise your hand. And your organizer, if they have their presentation or their participants tray open, they'll see your hand raised and they'll say, okay, hey, why don't you speak now? So I hope that this little shotgun overview was good for you. And if you have issues with Teams or any of the technology you're using, you can always call the IT help desk, and you can find that information on cbu.ca. I can actually go IT help. So if we look up the IT help desk, if you're having issues with technology, you can always call this number right here, 563-1123, or you can email helpdesk@cbu.ca, and they will get back to you as soon as they can. So thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy your time with Teams. It's a robust and beautiful software, and there's lots of ways to use it. We'll talk to you next time.